For more than 4.5 billion years, the sun has been the silent guardian of our solar system, a massive, glowing orb of incandescent plasma that commands the motion of planets, comets, and asteroids alike. It holds us in a delicate gravitational embrace, dictating the rhythms of our days and nights, the cycles of seasons, and the very heartbeat of life on Earth. Its light fuels photosynthesis, the foundation of nearly every terrestrial ecosystem. Its warmth softens the frozen vacuum of space, making possible the flowing rivers, the gentle breeze, the growing forests, and the oceans teeming with life. It is a cosmic furnace, one of countless stars in our galaxy, but to us, it is the very definition of home. Now, imagine that this constant presence, the sun, vanishes in an instant. Gone, without warning. No gradual dimming, no fading, just sudden, complete darkness. The star that made life possible disappears. But light does not travel instantly. The photons streaming from the sun need about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach our world. That means if the sun vanished right now, we would be blissfully unaware for those precious moments. Birds would chirp in the morning air. Children would play beneath the blue sky. The sunlight would still paint shadows on the pavement, the warmth still caressing skin. This delay is a cosmic illusion, a cruel gift of the speed of light. For a fleeting 8 minutes, the Earth continues to bathe in sunlight, an echo of a star already extinguished. Then, with terrifying suddenness, the light ceases. The blue sky collapses into infinite black. The familiar warmth vanishes, leaving an emptiness deeper than the void itself. It is not twilight, not dusk. It is the obliteration of day. Gravity, like light, propagates at a finite speed. For those same 8 minutes, Earth continues its orbital dance, held by the ghostly pull of a star no longer there. But then, just as the light dies, so too does the sun's gravitational grasp. Earth, once tethered in a steady orbit, now flies tangentially into the cosmos, a planet cast adrift into the abyss. With the sun gone, all other bodies in the solar system lose their gravitational anchor. Planets scatter, moons drift away, the asteroid belt dissolves into the void. Our cosmic neighborhood becomes a silent, chaotic scatter of cold rocks and frozen worlds. For days after the sun's disappearance, Earth remains a pale, fragile oasis of warmth. The oceans, vast reservoirs of stored solar energy, release heat slowly, tempering the chilling air. But this respite is fleeting. Without the sun's energy, the atmosphere cools rapidly and temperatures plummet. Within a week, frost claims the landscapes once lush with life. Cities freeze, rivers solidify, and the breath of humanity becomes visible in the icy air. The planet begins its slow descent into a frozen tomb, its once vibrant surface transforming into a desolate winter landscape stretching across continents. Yet life is resilient. In the crushing darkness, some life forms adapt, retreating into caves, burrows, and deep oceans warmed by geothermal heat. Bacteria cluster near hydrothermal vents, thriving on chemical energy instead of sunlight. Creatures that once relied on photosynthesis give way to ecosystems built on chemosynthesis, echoing Earth's primordial past. Humanity, too, scrambles to survive, retreating underground or beneath ice, into shelters powered by nuclear reactors and geothermal sources. Greenhouses glow faintly with artificial light. Food is farmed in sterile rooms. Society fragments, bound together by necessity and dwindling hope. The memory of sunlight becomes legend, and the experience of warmth becomes a distant dream. Freed from the sun's gravitational pull, Earth becomes a rogue planet, wandering the endless darkness between stars. From space, it is a cold, dark sphere, glowing faintly with residual heat from its molten core. As the planet drifts, it crosses the barren realms of the outer solar system, leaving behind the frozen remnants of moons and asteroids, silently gliding into the abyss. In this lonely voyage, Earth's fate is a mirror of the countless worlds scattered across the galaxy, planets without stars, cast adrift in eternal night. Without the sun, time itself loses its meaning. The cycle of day and night collapses into unbroken darkness. The seasons vanish. The familiar rhythms that guided life and civilization dissolve. Our internal clocks, the circadian rhythms encoded into every cell, go out of sync. Humans and animals alike lose their sense of when to sleep, eat, and awaken. Artificial lights blink on and off in sterile shelters, attempting to mimic the absent sun, but the cycles are hollow, mechanized echoes of a lost world. Time becomes an abstract concept, a faint memory whispered in the quiet dark. With the sun gone, humanity's stories begin to change. Ancient myths of the sun god fade into obscurity, replaced by new legends forged in the cold shadows. The sun becomes a distant deity, an absent light worshipped not for its presence, but for its absence. A golden sky remembered but never seen. In the underground sanctuaries, children gather around artificial flames, their eyes wide with wonder as elders recount tales of warmth and light. These stories become sacred, a link to a world that no longer exists. The sun transforms from a physical reality into a symbol, a beacon of hope in the endless night. Perhaps humanity's story does not end beneath the frozen surface. In the depths of underground cities or aboard ships launched into the void, we may seek a new beginning. Generational starships, vast arcs of humanity, might sail the cosmic ocean, propelled by fusion drives, searching for another star to call home. After centuries, millennia of wandering, they could find a red dwarf, a yellow sun, or even a binary system. On distant worlds bathed in unfamiliar light, the first sunrise in countless generations would blaze a new chapter for human life. As centuries turn to millennia, the surface of Earth becomes a distant memory, a frozen wasteland covered by ice miles thick, where not even the hardiest lichens or bacteria can survive. The planet's atmosphere thins, its composition changing as gases freeze and settle like dust. The wind, once a messenger of storms and weather, becomes a whisper in the tunnels below, stirring only the remnants of what was. Underground, humanity's descendants inhabit vast networks carved deep into the planet's crust. Cities stretch like veins, illuminated by artificial light, humming with machinery designed to simulate the rhythms of a world lost. The steady beat of pumps and generators replaces the chaotic beauty of weather. Rain becomes a controlled cycle in hydroponic gardens. The once vibrant green of Earth's surface is now a pale, manufactured glow in sterile rooms. And yet, despite the engineered nature of this existence, hope endures. The absence of the sun reshapes not only the world, but humanity itself. Bodies adapt to the dark, eyes enlarge to catch faint glimmers of bioluminescence. Skin loses its pigment, becoming translucent or even luminescent, reflecting the faint lights that pierce the underground. Generations born without the sun develop new customs, new arts, new philosophies. The songs once sung under a sky of endless blue are replaced by hymns to the great flame, a symbol of lost warmth. Religions evolve, intertwining science and myth, weaving the memory of the sun into tales of cosmic cycles, of death and rebirth, darkness and light. Even language changes. Words for day, sun, and light become archaic or sacred terms, spoken only in ritual or reverence.